here. We're back. We're back, honey. So I've gotten the mud mask off, and my face feels so soft. So we're gonna go back into another video review. I am your hostess, Dolores, the pastor's daughter. Oops. I'm sorry, you guys. You probably couldn't even hear me all that well. Anyway, so yeah, we're back, and if you've been watching, I did a little mud mask facial in the last video. And so we're back and we're going to do this little um, anti-wrinkle device and just do like a little nightly routine. I asked in the last video, do you guys have a night routine for your skin? I've really been working on clearing my skin. I have a lot of hyperpigmentation and a lot of spots and scars and stuff that I want to that I'm really working on so I can really clear my skin. I just recently got more comfortable with like going outside without makeup on. I used to never. Okay, do y'all hear me? I used to never, much less like get on camera without makeup on. Like absolutely not. But, I've gotten more comfortable in my skin, I guess, not comfortable in that this is how I want it to be, but comfortable in that this is how it is. I'm embracing this moment, but I'm actively trying to change it. Okay. And I think that's probably like a powerful message for a lot of stuff we're going through in life, right? Like, I'm okay, right? Like I'm acknowledging and I'm content where I am, but this is not where I want to be. So I'm actively working on changing it. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? Okay, so I haven't I don't know if I've watched this one before, but if I have, it's been like a very long time and I don't even remember. But we're going to watch this another Kendra G episode. Remember I tell you guys that this is all about discernment, right? This is about activating your gift of discernment and working that muscle. And sometimes the best way to do it is to analyze other people's situations. Sometimes we don't readily have that ability to analyze ourselves and and start to do a lot of critical thinking and analysis when it comes to our own lives. But hey, a good start is to start with other people. If that's where we got to start, then so be it. That's where we're going to start. But the objective here is to increase your discernment. And so what I want you to do is as you come in, go ahead and like and share the video. But also as you comment throughout the video, let me know what the DM is for you. Let me know what the discerning message. That's the DM. What's the discerning message for you? Like, what are you getting from this? What's the download you getting from heaven? What is God saying about this situation? Is there any advice that you can give this daughter on her pursuit to find love? Or to put herself in a position to be found for love. Now, the caption here says, Mom of 5 desires a man that has something going for himself, must understand that she has 5 kids. I think that's what that says. Yeah, must understand that she has 5 kids. Okay, so you guys, this is where we are today. Okay, this is what these dating streets be looking like. But I'm not worried about the dating streak so much. I'm just worried about the daughter, the daughters that are in this situation. So that's the daughters that are on here looking for love, but also the daughters that they may have, the daughter that raised them, some of us didn't have the right tools. We didn't have the right information, but what we didn't have is no excuse to not do better and not be better today. And so, even though our trauma and the things that we've been through is not our fault, it's definitely our responsibility to do better and make better decisions now. And so, let me know in the comment section what you're getting from this situation. And let's go ahead and just get started. And as we're watching this, you guys, I'm just going to do my night routine. Right now I'm putting on my toner and then I'm going to do this skin treatment. And if you guys are interested in any other products that I'm using, please let me know. I have an affiliate code where you can get a good old beautiful discount. And these are all natural products. I have very sensitive skin, and I'm very picky, very discerning, okay, about what I put on my face, what I put on my skin. And so I know that these products are great. I trust them, and I'm sure that they will do well for you as well. Okay, so let's get started, you guys.
Hi.
I can't see your face, fool.
I'm gonna do us all a favor. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit.
I look a mess. Hello.
We're
Hey,
gonna
are
go
you ready
to
to
a
be here, baby? You
1.5.
call me.
Yes.
Okay, you gotta put the phone down so we can see your face, boo.
All right, hold on. Let me get up. Hello. Can you see me? Let me. I need to put a hat on. I put.
You see the plants? Those fake plants? You ready, baby? Okay.
Yeah.
What's your name, honey?
Shariah.
You're so close. Move back a little bit. Is that a crying baby?
Yes.
Is that your baby?
Yes.
How old's your baby?
3. I have twins.
You have 3-year-old twins?
Yes.
Why you
3-year-old
not with their dad?
twins.
Oh, crazy.
What happened?
Crazy.
Who's crazy?
He was crazy. He was like a bad relationship for like 3 years.
Why you have kids by him?
I was young, but I'm still young. I'm 25.
Go back. Go back to the mirror. We need light, sweetheart. I'm trying to work with you, baby. We need light, honey.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's give
And
me
you gotta
the
get the phone
light.
straight so I can see your face. Now tell me your name again.
Shariah.
Shariah. And where you calling me from?
I'm Henderson. Well, Oxford, North Carolina.
You're so close to the phone, baby girl. You have to move the phone.
Oxford, North Carolina. And I'm gonna take my hat off because this month is my birthday month, and I'm all about natural. So this is what I look like without no wig on, no makeup, no eyelashes, no nothing.
She's not a bad looking girl, you guys. But already, just a few minutes in, I'm seeing some red flags, some concerns. She has kids that are in the background. They're making noise. you know, and not like, typically, kids typically make noise. It sounds like they're in need of something, you know. So she has all that going on in the background. So that's going to reflect. That's going to reflect on her prospects. We got to be honest about that. So let's keep going.
You got the... Did you want to go check on the kids?
Say it again.
Do you want to go check on the kids?
Do I have other kids?
Do you want to go check on the kids, or are you good?
Oh no, they're fine.
Okay.
Girl, they don't sound like they fine, sis. They don't sound like they fine. They sound like they need their mama. Okay, that's what they sound like. Am I tripping, y'all? Am I tripping? Sis, it sound like they need you.
Okay. So Shariah, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta bring the phone back, baby girl. There we go. So Shariah, and you're 25.
Yes.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a daycare teacher.
You're a daycare teacher. Okay.
And she works at a daycare. And she got 5 kids. Y'all, is she gonna lose her mind? Like, for you all who have a lot of children and who work at daycares, who work around a lot of kids, school teachers, y'all are the real ones. Do you hear me? Y'all are the real ones. Now, I love the chillins. Okay? Now, Dolores love the chillins. But, like, not all the time. Not 24/7. And I just, like, when you have a lot of kids and you work with kids, you just never get away. Oh, my God. Make sure that y'all have your adult time. Yeah, that's my advice to you. Make sure that you value that, cherish that, take advantage of that anytime you can, to be with adults, to have adult conversations, to clear your mind of, children just for a little while. You go back to it, you'll be refreshed, you'll be ready to take on, all the things that the kids bring. So, make sure that you're looking out for yourself and taking care of yourself. Let's keep going.
What's your zodiac sign, honey? Leo. Have you ever been married?
No.
No. And what city you calling me from?
Oxford, North Carolina.
North Carolina. You just told me that. All right. So this is Shariah, North Carolina. Are the twins your only children?
No, I have 5 children.
You really have 5 children?
Yes, I did.
How old are your kids, honey?
I have a 6-year-old. I have twins. They're 3. I have a 1-year-old, and I have a 2-month-old.
Oh, y'all. She has 5. 6 and under. 6 and under, y'all. 5, 6 and under children. Oh wow, sis. Oh my goodness. Bless her heart.
Shariah,
Yes, I do.
are they all by the same man?
Three of them, yes.
Shariah, baby, who are you looking for tonight, honey?
Kendra, look, you see, y'all heard the way Kendra said that. Kendra like, who you looking for tonight? Like, let's really get into it. Okay.
I didn't think you was gonna pick me. I'm not really looking for nothing. I didn't think you was gonna pick me. I was just watching you on the phone, on the chair with the kids.
So do you want? I asked you in the beginning, did you want to stay? You said yes. So what do you want? Are you single?
Yes.
So do you not want to proceed, or do you want to proceed?
Oh yeah, you can proceed.
So what kind of man are you looking for, honey?
Um, someone who is cool, established, like just cool, down to earth, really. You don't really have to. You gotta have something going for yourself. Cause I got something going for myself. I actually, I do school. I'm a single mother of 5 kids. They're well taken care of. I am young. I work. I do everything for myself, maintain for myself. I'm a single parent, so you don't have to come be a stepdad. Hold on, I'm sorry. Cut it out. Hold on. It's okay. You don't have to come be a.
Are y'all listening to this? Are y'all are y'all watching this? Are we watching the same thing? Daughters. 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 Are we watching the same thing? She says she doesn't need anybody to come and do anything for her, right? Like she doesn't need him to provide. She doesn't need him to be a father. Meanwhile, she's unable to even have a conversation, a 26-minute conversation uninterrupted. Yeah, I'm concerned. I'm concerned. She is in such a vulnerable position. Such a vulnerable position. And she doesn't even realize it. She doesn't even realize it, y'all. This is one of our clueless daughters.
Stepdad or be there for my kids. You just have to respect me that I do have children. That's about it.
Sure, I want to sit there for a second because you have 5 children. You have a 2-month-old, a 1-year-old, 3-year-old twins, and a 6-year-old. And the kind of guy you described, he gotta have something going for himself. And I understand, so that's the kind of guy I think everybody wants. Well, what would you say to the man that is concerned? Because you do have 5 kids and you have 4 kids under the age of 5.
Yes.
We can't see your face, Shariah, honey.
Yes, I'm listening. I'm reading the comments because they just going wild in these comments.
Well, Shariah, do you understand? I'm gonna have a real talk for you.
Yeah.
Let's have a real talk because I feel like sometimes there's judgment, but let's have a real talk with love. A real talk with love. What would you say to the man that is concerned? Because you do come with a lot that somebody will have to accept.
Concerned about what?
Baby girl, you have a 2-month-old, a 1-year-old, 3-year-old twin. Any man that's going to join life with you has to be willing to pay for you and your kids.
Oh no, you don't have to pay for nothing. I'm not looking for no relationship marriage. You don't have to pay for nothing. My kids
you don't want marriage.
No, my kids are well taken care of. I'm not hopping on no boat saying nothing about marriage. That's for one.
Okay.
My kids are well taken care of.
Okay.
I don't need nothing from no one for my children. If I'm talking to someone, I'm talking to them for me. When I say you have to accept me, meaning you have to accept that I come along with children. You don't have to come in. For one, when I first start talking to you or dealing with anyone, you're not going to meet my kids when I first start talking to you or dealing with anyone. That's for one. You have to earn that. I don't just bring people around my kids.
No, that's
and
fair.
I actually click on accept because I feel like people are so judgmental of people who have children or people who are young with multiple kids. Because I make it happen. I don't need no man to make nothing happen. A man is just like luxury, like a bag. A man is luxury, not meaning sex or nothing like that, but it's extracurricular activity. I don't need you to pay for shit or do shit for my kids until we make it there. That's the first part.
Okay.
But yes, I do want with.
Yeah, this is concerning. I'm concerned and I feel bad and but y'all, I mean, are we watching the same thing? Are y'all seeing this and hearing this? I'm concerned for this daughter. And I'm concerned for her daughters. This is this is what happens when, when our discernment is off. When we're not making good judgments, we're not making good decisions, we're not thinking things through, We're not thinking of the consequences of our decisions. And for her to be so clueless as to what she's asking someone to do to be a part of her life. And I don't think as daughters we realize like that shows a lack of consideration for a person. And I don't think y'all realize that. Because the person that's looking onto this is like, she doesn't even have any type of like concept of like what she's asking me to do. She don't even think about me. Because you'd have to be thinking about the person to know what you're asking them to do. And I mean, you may still ask for them to do that. I mean, I'm not saying like she can't ask. But you need to know what you're asking. You need to have some type of consideration for the person that you are asking to sign up for this. And then to think that some of us daughters really think that when we are single mothers that there is absolutely no obligation to a you know to a man that comes into our lives that is not the father of those children. Like completely clueless. And I'm concerned for her daughters too.
With kids, but you don't have to come talk to me worried about no kids because my kids are fine.
Well, let me jump in. Let me just jump in. A couple things. 3 men. Why can't you settle down with any of the children's dads?
One is incarcerated.
Okay.
He's been in and out of jail. We was together for 4 years, and he was like crazy.
Okay. The other two?
And my oldest son, I was 18.
Okay.
And my last one, he is, I don't know what to tell you about that.
Your 2-month-old baby, what's up with him?
I don't know what he's got. He's crazy.
So, Shariah, again, because I want to talk to you with love, not judgment. Is it fair to say your 3 baby daddies are not men you would want to settle down with?
Say it again.
Is it fair to say that the 3 men you have children with are not the type of man that you would want to settle down with?
Yeah, you learn with life. I would have, I would say my children saved me. Some people have kids to keep men, but I didn't have no children to keep them in. My kids saved me from certain things that I've been through in my life. I've been through a lot at early age. So each one of my kids saved me from a different thing.
That is not what kids are for. Now I know, a lot of us are gonna say that, right? And I would agree, like to a certain extent that my kids saved me. But that's not what kids are for. And for her to say that and she has such young kids, it's like, how far removed are you from these decisions to have some perspective as to what burden this is on the children themselves to save you? Think about that responsibility and that burden that we put on our children to save us. This is problematic on so many levels, y'all. And then she talks about she has 3 baby fathers. One of them is in jail or prison, one, right? Which means that this is possibly a violent person that you have to contend with. You guys, I have sons, right? And I think about, these lessons in discernment are lessons that I taught them, same types of lessons and still teach them, how to, read between the lines, how to really analyze what a person is saying and what they're not saying, the implications of the words that they are using and the decisions that they have made in their lives. And you can see that this young lady has been in dangerous situations and will possibly put her future man in dangerous situations with her previous decisions. And we are so oblivious as daughters as to the weight of the decisions that we've made. She's clueless, y'all, and this is concerning.
So with my kids, they taught me, the people I had kids with taught me a lot. They really
Right, so let me
taught me a lot of what not to settle for.
Right.
If you get what I'm saying.
Okay, so Shariah, you brought up the word settle, so I want to sit there for a second. So I'm trying to hear you out because the type of man that you're describing now is opposite from your children's dads, right? You want a different.
No, those are my children's dads. That's
Right.
the type
But
of
what I'm
people.
saying is the type of man that you are requesting that you want to accept you for you is a different type of guy, correct?
Yeah.
So you said you don't want to settle. Can you not understand how a man that not a guy that just wants to have sex with you? Because if a guy just wants to have sex with you, you're right. He don't care about what you got going on because all he cares about is your vagina.
Yeah.
But if there's a man that wants to take you serious, he has to be willing to accept you have a 2-month-old, a 1-year-old, 3-year-old twins, and a 6-year-old. So that man.
Yeah, her kids are literally screaming in the background. I mean, this ain't about the kids. I mean, kids gonna be kids. Kids are gonna be kids. But it's like, sis, do you not realize, like, you asking a man to sign up for all of that chaos that you got going on? I mean, the kids aren't in the bed. They wide open, y'all. They are wide open, tearing up the place. They're tearing up the house. Them jokers need to be in bed somewhere. They tearing up the house, y'all. And she has not blinked twice about what's going on with her kids in the background. If she actually puts her kids first, then whoever she's asking to come into her life, that's going to be the 5th person in line. That's not even including herself. So let's say he the 6th person. Well, she got 5 kids, and she going to put herself in some type of, priority order. So he like the 7th one down on the line. That's if she prioritizes her kids, which it really doesn't look like it. Just based on the fact that she's on this show and them kids are screaming in the background, she ain't blinked twice. Y'all, she ain't blinked twice about them chillers. Them chillers in the background screaming, child. And she out here looking for love. Okay.
It has to be in a space of saying, does this make sense for me to align myself with her?
Oh, well, I mean, if he feels like that, then he's not for me anyway.
Okay.
That's how I feel about that. That answer that really simple for me. If he feels like that, then he's not for me. Everybody has somebody that's for them.
That's not
if you
true.
get what I'm saying. When you find the person that's for you, that's the person you come with.
Here's the deal. I want to say this. I'm not a negative person. I'm a very optimistic person. But we know that saying is not true because we know people who are alive and they never get a romantic person. Now, granted, I believe God is real and God will show up in companionship for every human being. I do believe that God will send somebody to you, but it could be a family member. Not always romantic situations. And we know people that live their whole lives that never end up in a romantic situation or have someone. So the saying that there's someone for everybody in a romantic situation is just not a true statement.
Say it again.
The statement that there is.
I think we misunderstood each other.
Okay, what did you mean when you said there's somebody for everybody?
Say it again.
I said what I was saying was I don't believe there's a romantic situation for every human being on this planet.
No.
Is that what you meant?
It might not be.
Okay.
Because what did you? Okay. People who already have children. I don't feel like. I said because some people are judgmental of young people who already have children. I feel like young people who have children anyway, multiple children, or have different. Everybody has a different life background. If that makes sense, what I'm trying to say. So
yeah, you see how this is what I was saying in my earlier video when she's talking about people being judgmental. There is nothing wrong with you judging. Okay, that is a component of discernment. That's a process in discernment. You're going to make a judgment. You're going to make a decision. You're going to come to a conclusion about something. There is nothing wrong with judging. Like people put this negative connotation on it. And then we go thinking that, oh my God, I'm wrong because I'm judging. No, you are not the ultimate judge. You're not God. You don't determine who goes to heaven or hell, but you do make a judgment of who you have and who you don't have in your life. Let's be clear. So when she says that people are being judgmental of people who have kids, as you should be, this is giving all kinds of indications of what type of mother she is, what type of girlfriend she is, what type of woman she is. And you should be making a judgment call watching this. If you are a man looking for love and you're watching the Kendra G show, looking for your wife, then you should be judging this, making a judgment in this situation. Is she someone you want in your life? That's a judgment. And I want y'all to understand that. Sometimes people would put these negative connotations on words, try to make them dirty words, right? But they're not dirty words. Discriminate is another word. But we'll talk about that another time.
So I feel like young women who have children, multiple children, or come up here like that, they judgmental about this, about appear. Like, okay, you judge a book by its cover. but you can't always judge a book by its cover. I answer this because I don't give a fuck. You feel me? About what nobody say about this. It's not about this. Because I put on clothes, I just was chilling with my kids. But people judge you by having kids. I'm a dope mama. I'm great. Mom, have all of my kids. You can look at my page. I do everything for my kids. I work. I'm a hard worker. I come with my own stuff. I might.
See that you know, just the simple fact that she said it indicates that she's probably not that great of a mother. Okay, good mothers don't have more kids than they can bear, than they could take care of. They don't continue making bad decisions that are impacting the amount of love, care, attention that she can give to the children that she already has. She's adding more to it. And now she's looking for love. Now she's looking to spread herself even more thin, right? So like it's giving that none of these kids are really in daycare. And like if they're in daycare and she works at a daycare, it sounds like that's her life, right? Like she probably has a couple extra kids that come to the house because she already has a daycare full that she's had herself. And this is not a dig on women who have lots of kids, but having lots of kids in a very bad situation in a life that is not um where you want it to be is irresponsible. And you could say, well, God gave me the kids and this was God and all of that, but don't blame God for your bad decisions. Yeah, the kids are a blessing, sure, right? But that's just God doing what he said he was going to do when he says that all things are just going to work together for your good. And that's if you trust him. That's if you believe. And who even knows if she believes? So these kids might not be a blessing. I don't know, child. It's just giving, no ma'am.
Might not be on the level of somebody who is what's the word I can use? Established, as in like have a career or I might not be in their field of establishment, but I'm doing damn good to be 25 with 5 kids and bring everything on my table. So it's people on different levels for everybody. If you get what I'm saying.
I do get what you're saying, Shariah,
yeah.
But again, because I want to talk to you with love, not with judgment.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but you have to take responsibility for how you show up, right? So
Yeah.
you talked about the 3 men that you have children with.
Yeah.
One's incarcerated, one's not around right now, and I forget the third scenario. But if you want to attract a different type of man, you have to show up as a different type of woman. And
Correct.
to come on my show and just like whatever,
Yeah, because I was just I didn't think you was going to.
But girl, we passed that.
Anytime you go to over talking, someone's giving you advice, giving you guidance, you go to over talking. Now, one thing that my father used to say, okay, he's like, you got to be teachable. Okay, you got to be teachable, sis. Like you come on the show, you have to acknowledge that you've made some bad decisions, which clearly she's not ready to acknowledge that, right? She's not ready. But then you go to over talking, and that's just, it's given, are you ever going to be ready? Are you ever going to be ready? You won't even listen.
Because A, you called me, and B, I asked you several times if you wanted to continue. So this few stuff you ain't know you was gonna be here. We passed it.
Oh, it was
okay.
Fine with me because I'm fine. I am fine with my natural.
Okay, that's fine. But what I'm saying, baby girl, what I'm saying is this. You're gonna continue to attract the same type of men you had children by, unless.
And when women don't get along well with women, when there's this combativeness among women, I don't think that we really realize how that looks. How that reflects on us among other women and among men. I'm what I consider, I'm a girl's girl, to my core. I love women, all things daughters, I am an advocate for women. But not blindly, not to where I'm a dummy with it. If you don't have discernment, then I can't rock with you. But you see how you see how she is. Like, I could never, and not that it matters about my friendships or anything like that, but I would never be friends with her. Because not only does she lack this awareness, She lacks consideration of other people, and she won't even listen to reason. What can you really do with a person who who makes bad decisions, who doesn't consider other people, and they won't listen? You can't even talk to them about it. Like what is there really to salvage in the relationship? Salvage in the relationship. What qualities is there to really hold on to? And a lot of us are holding on to these relationships with people. We have girlfriends like this. And she is a dangerous girl to have around you. What's going to happen when one of her previous baby daddies get out of jail, the one that's in jail? What's going to happen when he get out of jail? Is he going to be bringing is she going to be bringing him to the house? Is she going to have him around the other kids that she babysits at her babysitting job? And see, when people start looking at the connections of things and how their children end up getting exposed to different things, is because we expose them. Because we have friends and people in their lives that don't have discernment, and then we go and put our kids in their care. Some of us have kids and we don't have discernment, and our kids aren't safe in our care. It's a fact.
Unless you change
You
yourself.
see it?
That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
what do I need to change by myself? Because I answered the phone in cornrows and no wig or no makeup. Or because I came on the show with 5 children, I'm 25. What do I need to change about myself? Because every day I wake up in life, I'm going to have 5 children. I'm going to hustle and go get fucking 5 children. So what did I need to change? Did I need to come on here with a wig? What did I need to do? Did I need to come on here with eyelashes or made up or something like that? Because outside of reality, when we go to fuck home and fuck with the nigga, this is what I'm gonna look like when I take that wig off. This is what I'm gonna look like when that hair come off. This is what I'm gonna look like when I'm sitting around the house and I'm cooking, I'm cleaning for my kids. This is what I'm gonna look like when I get up off work. This is what I'm gonna look like when I wake up every day. Baby, I'm not gonna keep the wig on all the time. I'm not gonna be boo-booed up all the time. So I came on here for the people my age, for the women that they talk down on, for the people who you might see out there to think they're ghetto ratchet or low class. I came on here for those people. And I look like this when I'm sitting around the house. So me, those type of guys that I have accepted in my past, that's really, I was learning. I was 18 when I had my first child, and when I got in my relationship, I was 21. I stayed in there, and I had my kids. That's fine. If a dude want to judge me off that, that's cool. But this is what I'm gonna look like. This is natural beauty. I mean, my hair ain't done. That's fine. That is cool. But this is what I'm gonna look like up under their stuff. Some people would never come up here. What they look like up under their wig. What they look like up in the morning. But when I wash my face, this is what the skin gonna look like. It ain't bumpy. It ain't dirty. When I pull that wig off, this is what the cornrows gonna look like. And I'm fine with it. But no, I don't go out in the store and on public and stuff like that with no damn wig looking crazy now. But yeah, so I mean that was cool. But I think that was not a true statement. Because
But I say that wasn't a true statement.
the way you said it didn't make sense to me. I didn't understand the way you said it.
Well, okay, well let
Yeah. That's a hurt daughter right there, y'all. Oh my God. This is why I be telling y'all, this is why I do this. Like this is why like this pulls at my heart, right? Because I mean you could tell 25, 5 kids under 6 years, 6 and under, on a national dating show looking for love, arguing with people in the comment section about how she looks, oblivious as to what she is asking a person to sign up for, oblivious as to the consequences of her decisions, oblivious as to the dangers that she's possibly putting herself in, and how vulnerable, and how this is showing every weakness she has as a woman. Oblivious as to how the choices in the men that she has procreated with are going to impact her ability to find a quality man moving forward. Did I miss anything? Not paying attention to the kids. Didn't even blink or bat an eye when the kids are screaming in the background asking for her. But saying at the same time that she's a good mother, that she provides. But never once talked about providing the spiritual support, the emotional support, the emotional stability, providing a grounded, stable foundation for these children to grow. She doesn't have the capability or the capacity to do those things. But she has the capability and capacity to bring another man into her life, into those children's lives. And that's what I'm concerned about. And you can't say that she just woke up, let's say 7 years ago before she had the first child, and these issues just became, you know, you could tell that she grew up in this, that this was like behavior learned, behavior like ingrained. And I'm telling y'all, this all stems back to the father issue. There is a father crisis in this whole world. And that doesn't mean that her father was absent. He absent. He could have been there, right? Like mine was there. But I consider myself to have daddy issues too. Because just because we grew up in a two-parent household does not mean that it was a functional household, that it was a loving household, that it nurtured us, that it helped us to grow healthy. That doesn't mean that. Some of us had both parents and we still came out effed up. But it's our responsibility now to fix those issues, to recognize them, and to work on being better. And the only way you can do that is when you have the ability to think critically, to analyze the situation, analyze your behavior, analyze yourself. Read the room, read between the lines. And not all of us daughters have that ability. Now, I don't see any need for us to finish this analysis of this young lady. I think, the message is clear that there is a daddy issue. There's a daddy issue here. And with probably all of us daughters in one way or another. And being just the simple fact that we're human beings, even the best situations probably had something that scarred us or traumatized us that still impact us in our ability to make sound decisions today. And if that's your situation, at least have the insight enough to know that your insight is off. Like at least God, I pray to God that you have that much insight to know, that much discernment to know that your discernment is off, and that you have to activate, and that you have to work that muscle, that you have to increase your discernment, and you have to be intentional. Your next move has to be your best move. You cannot afford to keep bumping your head and bumping your head and bumping your head and bumping your head time after time, making bad decisions over and over and over again. For goodness sake, we got to get it right. And so, my encouraging word to you and my discerning message to you is that have enough discernment to know that your discernment needs work. And that moving forward, you're going to be intentional with increasing that skill, that muscle, that ability It doesn't mean you're never going to make a mistake. Them never mean that doesn't mean that, someone won't get one over on you at some point, you know? They will. But the very least that you can do is your due diligence in making sure that you're smarter than that. So y'all get in the comment section, let me know. You guys know that the Discernment for Dummies book is out. So make sure you go and get this guidebook. You guys know it's a thin book. It's nothing, too major, but it's packed with so much great information about how to watch out for deception. This is your go-to guide for discernment so that you're not a dummy. You don't want to be a dummy. Okay. And the only way you cannot be a dummy, honey, is to activate your gift of discernment, work that muscle, practice discernment in your everyday life, every day, every day, getting better, getting stronger, getting wiser, getting smarter. Okay. I love y'all. And remember, you are important to me. I need you to survive. I love y'all. Bye bye for now.